trying to get a reasonable edge on my blades and things. They're starting to get a little bit blunt here or there, and I've made myself a strop that is on this piece of 5-ply. That is a piece of the inner piece of a belt, actually, because this is the actual belt with this lovely design on it. I've got a larger piece there that I'm hoping to make a bracelet out of, but it is actually 2 pieces of leather, which is why I didn't like the belt in the first place. It was too thick. It felt like I was wearing a piece of wood, but this is both bits of leather. This is very smooth. I think it's got a cardboard backing on this or something, but these are the pieces I'll be using for this. And so I've got one there and a slightly smoother side on this side. This was rough, and this, while still rough, it's a little bit smoother. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I know you don't need them to be different, but it just felt like this was good, and with that as well, there's just a couple of different grades there. I will use my stone thing, whatever you might call it. I'll use my one that came with the Dremel, just to slap a bit of paste on here, a bit chalky, pasty grit stuff, whatever it is, and that will hopefully start off with getting a fine edge, and then finish up with this slightly softer leather with nothing on it at all. So it's only going to be 2 grades at the moment, which I know isn't enough. I might have to try and get some more of that grit paste, whatever it is, or the other side of things, the wet and dry paper. Either way, yeah. So I'm now going to clamp this shut with 2 bits of wood and a lot of weight on it, and leave it for 24 hours, because I used araldite on it, and I know this is great stuff, but it takes a while for it to actually get a really good glue on it, sometimes up to 2 days depending on the thickness of it. Quick story about the strength of this stuff is that I had a pair of German army paratrooper boots, which were very thick, very heavy duty, and they would nearly last a lifetime. Incredible boots they were. But camping and travelling and things like that, you put your feet up by the fire, and the soles, the glue that connects the soles to the leather, is never really that great, and before you know it, you are walking around with a bit of a floppy sole, which kind of claps as you walk around, and it's not the best image, to be honest. So eventually a friend pointed out to me the benefits of using these 2, which is a resin and a hardener, and I slapped a bit on, left it for 2 days, and this was whilst I was travelling, and it actually done the job perfectly. And they were 2-year-old boots, and I managed to get another 8 years before I had before I had to throw them out, because they was just useless really. I'd worn them to the ground and beyond. In fact, the only thing left probably was this araldite and a little bit of leather. But anyway, that's me. I prefer araldite. I know people like super glues, I know people like all these other ways, but I just found this has worked for me. I'd just like to say thanks for the YouTube community out there, especially a few people which have been giving me feedback on various subjects, especially sharpening knives, as I'm completely new to the subject. So thanks to those people for pointing me in the right direction with these things, because frankly I've always used a flintstone, one grade, which, yeah, it does the job and I can get them quite sharp, but I've never had this high quality sharpness, really. One that I can cut pieces of paper into multiple pieces. Anyway, so thanks for watching, guys, and take care. Peace. Cut.